I'll take it, Sensei. Hello. Pop, 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 pop. Just heading out to the evening chores. Just got that gate so you don't get out, Poppy. Weather's cooled down a bit, so everyone's out. Hello. Where are you going first?
I see you got the camera out. Just going around. We've had a small feed delivery today, so just got some lucerne and some chook pellets and some pig food. So I'm just going around to sort that out so the rats don't get to it.
Alright, we'll follow you over.
Alright, and then check water and just do the daily rounds that I do with the big animals. Not those animals, these animals. Alright, so you're coming along, are you?
I am.
Alrighty.
Look at that. Work it, Poppy. So in this yard we try and keep this amount of cover. Used to have terrible erosion up here. Had a lot of horse hooves on it, but now it pretty much all year keeps that cover, but we've pretty much locked the animals out of here now. Goats can't get in. And then up here, once upon a time these were horse yards, and then they became where we had our pigs. And look at it, it's just like craters. It's terrible. So I'm not so keen on breeding pigs. I'd like to get a grower again, but Andy's talking about getting pigs again. So we'll see what happens with these yards. The back top one will be Sienna's horse yard, and she's been working on that in the evening, getting that ready for when she finds the right horse. And then this one is Poppy's yard. It's got no water puddle.
Yeah, it's looking very dry and very barren. I think when the horses were in here it wasn't so bad, they compacted it down, but now that I mean at one point we had 14, 16 pigs.
Well, she had a litter of 13, didn't she?
Yeah, so
And then we had him as well between the 2 yards.
And they were on, we had them for 11 months or no, 10 months. And you can see they've just dug everything up and revealed all the rock. We get a lot of this, I'm assuming that once upon a time this was dirt and then it went to clay, and now it's sort of that in between. It's like a red rocky clay, almost like volcanic rock, but I think it's just compacted over probably centuries into this hard rock. But if you throw that hard enough it just disintegrates. So
go on, show me.
Oh, it didn't work. So I guess the first thing we do is, you know, she's got some manky puddles here.
Oh, glad you said that. Looking through the camera.
So I've got this rainwater tank that was advertised on Facebook Marketplace as free. I went, bloody hell, I'm going to have that. And he said it had a small leak in it. If you come up and have a look. So the leaks were right at the bottom in that in that crutch area. And I've tried sealing it up with silicone and I can't remember, it's like the putty stuff that sets hard, and it still leaks. As soon as you get pressure in the top, I guess there's that many tons of water pressure pushing out, it just keeps leaking. So if anyone's got any hot tips on how to seal these things up for good, write them in the comments down below, because I'm keen for your feedback. I'd really like to get this tank so I can fill it all the way up and not just at that run, which we might be running a little bit low.
There's water for Poppy. What are you up to?
Just looking around.
There, darling.
And drink.
She wants my beer, I think.
Pop, pop, pop. Poppy, poppy, pop. No. She looked at me sideways and she realised that someone's going over to the feed shed.
So, oh, she's over there. I'm gonna have to walk back. So we used to have electric fencing along here to keep the pigs in. But we don't really need that with Poppy. We just let her roam free.
She's not much of a digger. The other pigs we had would really dig, but she'll knock, you know, some rocks over and stuff, and she'll dig a bit in these mud pits, but she's not one for digging right down.
Oh no. This won't end well.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Jet, out. That's someone else's water. Come on, mate. Let's go. Jet, with me. We generally get some golden yolk every now and then, just to supplement the chickens. Normally they'll get food scraps from us, and the rest of the family will bring theirs over, but that's just to, you know, anything they're missing and they eat it, as long as that pig stays away.
She turned around. She's up. Poppy. Poppy. I'm not getting in between Poppy and her food.
The next thing is some lucerne, which that actually feels quite heavy, which is good.
Look at you doing that one-handed.
Because there's not a lot of green out there. There's a lot of gum leaves, and while the goats will eat gum leaves, it's not exactly good for them to eat that all the time. So for the goats and the sheep, it sort of supplements them a little bit, gives them that little bit of green, and if you've ever given your animals lucerne, you know they go mental over it.
Yeah, so our sheep are running with the ram now, and so it's important for them to get some of the nutrients in something green in the early stages, well, all stages of their pregnancy really, but while it's so dry.
So just come.
Don't want to go in there?
Come
It's
and
a
have a
little
look
smelly.
at what's happened.
I came over the day the goats had broken in.
So we've obviously got a rat problem.
Oh, that is disgusting. Look at that.
This one I knew had a hole in it, but as of last weekend, that didn't have a hole in it. So this has happened in 5 days.
So Rick at La La Farms, we need your rat device.
Sorry. Bobby!
That was my toe, Jet.
So,
Now you two, your sibling. Oh gosh.
what I need to do.
You need to feed the pig.
So, what I feed the pig, it's called brown and pollard, or otherwise known as meal mix. It's good. It fattens them up. It gives them what they need. I've also given them cracked barley or crushed animal feed barley there as well.
So this is pretty much what we raised our pigs on as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
All
we
our
raised-
grower
We
pigs.
raised all our food pigs on these.
And we got so many comments from the butcher that did them about it just had the right amount of fat, creamy fat, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't. He said there wasn't a lot of fat, but the fat, well, it wasn't lacking in fat, but it wasn't blubbery. And the
No.
layer of fat we had was just creamy, and it was nice, and it went through his bandsaw really good. But let me give you a hot tip. Come in close.
This is from your brewery days.
Well, it's for everything. So you get these sewn up bags, and if you look closely, you can see that a loop comes out and then it loops around the next one. So you can't, if you look at it, it comes out as 2 strands and then it loops around the other 2 strands and that comes out. So if you come to the end where the loops are facing, so it comes out and loops around that way. If you come to this end, you pull that corner off, just get your knife and chop that off. Then you can come to the back. It's probably not going to work for me. If it doesn't, come in. I knew that would happen.
You know what's going on YouTube, don't you?
It's okay. Everyone can feel my pain. Right. So once you've done that, you can see you can pull the string out and it'll leave those loops and then it'll come out again. You don't have to cut the bag. The trick is to remember that 2 strands come out and then loop around the next strand. As that goes down, that's the end you want to cut off.
As the kids would say, satisfying.
It is. And this thing, I'll do a review on multi-tools and the Leatherman. I've had a few multi-tools over the years. This is the one I can't do without. I will do a review on them. They're, once you've got one, once you use one, every day you're going to be reaching for it. They're amazing. And this one, they're all done the same. So the loops are going that way. This one I won't try and think about as much. Cut that off there. Pull that out. That'll be right. And they just come straight out.
Awesome.
When I was at the working at the brewery, we'd have to do 40 or 50 of these bags. So I might have come a little bit rusty over the years, but still good than that. All right, so I've got a pig. A little bit of meal mix. A little bit of crushed barley. And just blending it.
Puppy. Puppy. Look at these guys all lined up at the fence.
So I do like to keep water around in little spots everywhere I like. If the pig tips out her water and tips out that water, I want a spot where the other animals know there's going to be a constant supply. So I generally keep little pockets of water everywhere if I can. So you can give this to your animal dry, but it's like you know, you could imagine eating something dry
Porridge.
and powdery.
Porridge without milk or
Yeah,
water.
it's, you know, you're breathing in the powder and all that. Although,
Poppy is just a pet though. But
get out, get out. Yeah. You don't need to worry about that. He does protect the whole family like that. But he goes in and he doesn't actually bite. He just lets her know, or lets the animals know that he's the boss.
and he
So-
kind of waits to hear it, doesn't he? He kind of looks for it.
He waits
when he's
for,
allowed permission.
yeah. Here.
Hi.
Hi.
Mwah.
So it's just starting to rain now. And I think the camera battery went flat, didn't it? And we're on
It
the
did.
phone
We're
now.
on the phone. So you got to talk louder. This is not windy. Normally it's windy as well. Whenever I bring the camera out, it starts to get windy.
So, you only need small bales. Bale in a 44. Knife. Cut your ends. And then when you're ready, you just pull out a biscuit. And
Shall
it
we
all
treat
stays
them?
contained. Hey?
Shall we treat them to one? I'll bring in the other food first.
It's a bit expensive.
The goats don't need it. It's just really the sheep, but they're all in together, so the goats will get a freebie. And the goats boss the sheep, so you kind of have to spread it out. Food for my chickens, my single ladies. Mind you, I've got a few roosters in there. Turns out.
So, do you want me to open that for you?
No,
or-
thank you.
Alright, so that's them, and if we're going to... there we go. Give them a bit of a treat. This is like sheep lollies.
So Andy's locked them out of this side yard now, so we can start thinking about how we're going to repatriate it from all the cape weed problem that we've had.
And now that we're towards the end of the renovation, it's time we started focusing a bit more on the farm and bringing this back up to how it was when I first built it. It's just been let go a bit, that's all. Hello! Mimi.
Oh, he comes near me.
Yeah, girl. There you go.
Hear that? One of my young boys.
So that's our little tribe. These guys and the pig and the chickens. It's
So the pig's a pet, but we'll probably be able to have enough food to cover a grower next season. We've just got to finish this back part of the house, and then we can think about that. But these guys pretty much are sustainable now on our 10 acres, so you wouldn't be looking at any more ruminants. Are they ruminants?
yeah.
Than this. We do need to get a buck goat. We might borrow one, but I would rather have purchased one. But
And as soon as we're done lambing, we're going to send all the, apart from these two girls here, we'll send all the rest off.
so these are our two breeding girls, and they've still got a few years in them. Hello, darling. And one of the boys will send off. Goucho. Let's be in the camera. One of the boys will be sent off, and these two young girls could potentially be pregnant, so we're not going to send them off. He's our ram, he stays, and then our four goats. Ideally, we'd only have 2 goats, but that was one of those early mistakes on the homestead of, you know, the cute kids and our kids wanting cute kids as pets. So we ended up with 2 extra that we didn't really, well, we thought we would, but it turns out our paddock and the amount of milk we need, we don't need 2 kids.
Yeah, we're at capacity for ruminant animals on our property at the moment. We can't have any more than what we've got, just because if we get more, then we have to start buying feed in, and at this point in time, you know, it's not worth it to us at the moment. So yeah, so that's that. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to take the dog and walk around the perimeter of the property and just check for fences and holes and foxes and that sort of stuff. And that's pretty much my daily routine to a degree. And then it's beer o'clock. But until then, I hope some of this resonates with you.